All right, we're back. I like this kind of format a lot better than just sitting on my desk, just kind of like chilling. So I think I'm gonna do this from now on. I want to talk U.S. Open finals. We had two this weekend. I mean, there was Arina Sabalenka who beat Amanda Anisimova, and that match did not go like I thought it would at all. I really thought Amanda would keep her wits about her, and Arena would struggle with Amanda's two handed backhand and her serve. Honestly, it really came down to Amanda kind of beating herself, and Arena would just kind of be steady. Arena was very steady on Saturday, and I was actually very impressed because now that she's learned to do that kind of thing, I really think that she is near impossible to beat. That's not even talking about her tiebreak record. I think I saw on the broadcast that she was 20-1 in tiebreaks this year, and that's just incredible. That's just insane. Just to go along with how good her overall game is, she is top 3 in literally any aspect of the game: service, return, forehand, backhand. I mean, maybe like movement and on the court is maybe where she struggles, but even then, she's like, she she didn't have a problem on Saturday. She really didn't have a problem, and there were moments in that game where she really could have let go, especially that lob. I forget when in the match that was, and she missed an overhead just like she did against Pegula in the semifinal. That was a moment where obviously Amanda ended up breaking Sabalenka's serve, but it was a moment where Sabalenka could have unraveled, and instead she didn't rally necessarily, but after that game she really composed herself, and it was really impressive. I mean, as for Amanda, I think that she will see many more finals, and obviously she's gotten better since Wimbledon, and I'm very excited to keep watching her play. I think she's one of my favorite players to watch. I'm really excited to see where she can go from here. I think she's, at least what I've seen in like the press conferences and stuff and the interviews that she's had after the match, both at Wimbledon and on Saturday, I think she can definitely learn from those finals, if not winning a final in the very short future. So I'm very excited for her. As for the men's final, again, I got this one wrong. I thought it was going to be Sinner that was taking this one. I was actually rooting for Alcaraz. Alcaraz is kind of my guy ever since he broke through, and obviously after watching Roland Garros, I mean, you can't help but root for the guy. But obviously it's not like I don't like Yannick. I think Yannick is a fantastic player, and they're both incredible to watch because they're some of the best tennis players I've ever seen. Yannick, it just seemed like his serve wasn't quite right. I forget what his first serve percentage was. I think it was around 50%, if not lower. And when you're going against somebody like Carlos, where their forehand and their return game is so strong, you have to serve well. No, I mean, not just serve well, you have to play well. Like, how many of the last Grand Slams have been between them? Between the two of them, they've won all the slams this year. I can't remember the winners of last year. I will say, even though it's dominated by these two guys, I think the tennis in general, actually on the women's side as well, is in a super good spot. They're in great hands. The sport is in great hands, is what I'm trying to say. I think the thing that amazes me the most about Carlos is his ability to hit on the move. It's not necessarily he has a lot of winners when he's like hitting a ball while he's full sprint, but when you're in that situation, when you're full sprinting and hitting a ball, you're usually not ahead. You're usually behind in the point, and what Carlos can do so well is change the tide of a point mid rally by creating a shot as he's moving with his athleticism, and it's some of the craziest tennis I've ever seen. It does remind me of Rafa a little bit when it wasn't against Sinner, but I think it was earlier in the tournament. I saw a clip of Carlos kind of running backwards and then hitting a forehand winner down the line. Like, it was like, when you're able to do that, it just opens up so many possibilities, and it just gives you such a greater margin of error, because you can always make up for your mistake with your athleticism. And I think that's why Carlos is so good. I mean, not to mention his power, his serve. Like, it's just ridiculous. I mean, winning the match on an ace just tells you everything you need to know. But they're so clearly the two best players in tennis, and I'm just like, why does it have to be so long until the Australian Open? Can't they, like, can they move it back? Can they put it in December instead of January? I don't think that would really hurt anybody. You think? I think I saw Carlos's schedule. I think he's playing like 5 or 6 tournaments in between now and the Australian Open. Amazing weekend of tennis. Just unreal. Very excited to keep watching some more tennis going forward. Yeah. We will be there.